Welcome, everyone. It's another surprise news video. Didn't honestly expect it to drop today, but Aaron Rodgers was traded to the Jets. This deal has been kind of in play for months, honestly, at this point, probably, but we finally got it done. So I'll just read you the trade terms to start off, and then we can kind of break it down. So the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, pick 15, and a 2023 fifth. Packers get pick 13 from the Jets, 2023 second, which is pick 42, a sixth, and then a conditional. This is kind of the most important part. Conditional second round pick that becomes a first if Rodgers plays 65% of the plays. So I think that's honestly, it's a little bit more than I expected. I kind of think the Jets got a little fleeced. Aaron Rodgers to me last year wasn't so great. I don't think he should have cost this much. I think it's a lot of buying on reputation, Jets desperation not to have Zach Wilson as their starter and all of that. But, it is what it is. I think the most interesting thing is not what's in the deal. It's what's not in the deal. There is no part of if Rodgers doesn't play in 2024, the Packers have to give something back to the Jets. There's no conditions about 2024. All that matters is what he does in 2023. Doesn't even matter how well he does, just if he plays. So it looks like the Packers made out like bandits here. The Jets, I think, way overpaid, but, they were desperate. The other thing that was not in the deal that I think is interesting is Corey Davis. I'm kind of surprised that Corey Davis is still there on the Jets, but I guess Aaron Rodgers wanted to play with Corey Davis. So now he'll have Garrett Wilson as wide receiver 1, and then it'll be interesting. They'll have Alan Lazard, I think, will be the 2. Then Davis and Mecole Hardman, free agent Mecole Hardman, will be 3 and 4. Tyler Conklin will be the starting tight end. Breece Hall is their star running back. So for me, I had already ranked the Packers players as if Jordan Love was the starter. Once Aaron Rodgers made that announcement of I intend to play for the Jets, he was never coming back to play for the Packers. So all of my rankings of Packers players were based on Jordan Love. There are no changes to make as a result of this. They were all ranked already. And I'm very interested to see what the Packers do in the draft. They now have an extra draft pick. They got to add weapons for Jordan Love. Now they have an extra second round pick. They moved up from 15 to 13. Does that let them get Jackson Smith and Jigba? Maybe. Does it let them get another tight end in the second round? Maybe. A wide receiver in the second round and a tight end in the first? Maybe. Who knows? They're going to add weapons for Jordan Love because they need to. He's not that good. Not as good as Aaron Rodgers. That's the main impact on the Packers side. Weapons will be coming in. As for the Jets, now they don't really have any picks to reload. So 13 or 15 that they have now is not going to be an offensive skill player. It's going to be something on defense, offensive line. So what they have is what they have. Aaron Rodgers is going to be a lot better than Zach Wilson was last year. I still think Aaron Rodgers is an upgrade on Mike White. And with Mike White, Garrett Wilson was great. So in Dynasty, I have Garrett Wilson right now as my wide receiver 7. I already had him priced as if Aaron Rodgers, was a Jet. So he stays at wide receiver 7. I had Alan Lazard at where I have him. Wide receiver 54. I'm pretty out on him. I think he's overrated. I think he's only here because Aaron Rodgers wants him here. Not someone who really delivers for fantasy. He does a lot of blocking. This would be a good time to put Alan Lazard on the block. I don't really have interest in him in Dynasty. If you get any second, I would just move on from Alan Lazard. As for Corey Davis and Mecole Hardman, the fact that Corey Davis was not included in the trade or, released Mecole Hardman, they both lose a little bit of value. They're outside my top 70. I have no interest in either player, even with Aaron Rodgers. We're past the point where Aaron Rodgers supports multiple receiving weapons. He'll support Garrett Wilson as a wide receiver 1. I'm going to have him as a wide receiver 1 even in redraft. He's going to support Breece Hall as a running back 1. He's going to be running back 1 for me in redraft. And then everyone else will kind of get scraps. Alan Lazard will be a volatile, not helpful wide receiver 3 or 4 in redraft. Everyone else will be useless. And Tyler Conklin will have games at tight end. It's nice, they don't have to play with Zach Wilson. I think everyone on the Jets is happy. But I'm just glad the deal got done. I'm glad, honestly, we don't have to talk about it anymore. And I'm glad that we have certainty for players like, Garrett Wilson mostly, who I feel it sucked. He has to play with Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson is awful. Now we're going to see Garrett Wilson's superstar talent with a solid quarterback. So that's great. And then the last thing is just Zach Wilson. At this point, he has 2 years left on his rookie contract with the Jets, plus a 5th-year option they're not going to pick up. He's just going to sit there. Nobody wants him. And we'll see if Aaron Rodgers doesn't flame out or whatever, isn't good in 2023, retires. Maybe Zach Wilson gets a chance to compete for the job in 2024. I already had him in my super flex rankings as if Aaron Rodgers was there. I have Zach Wilson rated at about between the 306 and 307. You could do worse as a project quarterback, but I just think he's not it. So he's kind of off my radar. But I appreciate everyone watching. And this week, we have a lot of content about the draft. Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to talk about predictions for the draft. Predictions, just a last rookie breakdown pre-draft. Then, Thursday, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we will cover night 1 of the NFL draft. And then on Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we will begin covering night 2. So that's our coverage for this week. And then I'll have short videos over the weekend or anything else as needed. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and especially hit that notifications bell. I'm doing a lot more of this ad hoc content, so you got to hit that bell to know when it's coming out. You can always leave a sticker or membership if you like the video. And if you want to support me, the best way to do that is to sign up for my Patreon, and it's in the link at the show description and also at the top right of this video. You can click on it and join my Patreon. But until next time, I appreciate everyone who watched. I love you guys, and I will see you all later.